I've heard more than one person say today, Blake, and I'll say this to all of you. I've heard more than one person say today that they have enjoyed listening to you new guys singing just acoustically, kind of bare bones, as opposed to maybe the loud guitars and drums and various things.
It's just like Vince said earlier. That's where it starts. Yeah, that's where it all starts. And for me, that's something I had to learn to do early on when I first moved to Nashville. One of the first things I did was went out to the Bluebird in Douglas Corner, and you got to learn. You got to learn to do that, because that's where it all, like you said, that's where it all begins.
You got to do a little bit of Austin.
Okay,
or Shelton,
man. My goodness.
Blake, did you really paint her house?
I really painted her house.
I watched you do it.
Heartbreak Hotel.
I did. I remember.
That was the prerequisite, paint the house and do Heartbreak Hotel.
I painted. She had like a gazebo. Did anybody ever go to her house out in Henderson? She had that gazebo and stuff outside.
I lived next door to her, and I watched you paint that house.
Did you really?
I was wondering why you didn't put new wood in that top part.
Well, she was like, "Hey, just paint over that moss. I don't care. It's just till the people leave."
That's right. And I watched you paint that house.
Thanks a lot, buddy.
All right. You want to get into that.
I hope my music continues to go, because you just ruined any chance of me painting anybody else's house.
If you want to get into that a little further, I got some work for you. No, just kidding. You won't need it. So.
That's great.
She came over to she had an electric gate. You know what I'm talking about. One of those with the push button that opened.
She used it.
Well, she never could remember that, to take the gate opener with her, and she came over to me one day and she said, "Would you mind if I put a little gate right here in this fence?" And I said, "Well, I don't mind, but what for?" She said, "I can never remember that gate opener, and so what I'll do is just have people bring me home and let me out here, and I'll walk through your fence over to my house."
If I may be so bold, I encourage you, if you want to make an acoustic album or do one standing on your head, see, this is an opinion, and they like different parts of people's body. We all got one. This town and our industry was created by people who had the audacity to do what they thought. I mean, look at the people we've got sitting here. I mean, is there anybody else like Jimmy C? Is there anybody like Stonewall or Vince or Jay? If you want to do that, young man, go do that. That's okay, because when Mr. Acuff came, there wasn't anybody like Roy Acuff. There wasn't anybody that sings the way you do, Bill, And these guys, there are a lot of bluegrass guys, but y'all did it your way, Sonny, Bobby. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Man, if you want to do it, you and that guitar, sit your butt down there and sing it off, okay?
Right.
Do that. I'm voting. We need people who have enough of those that you couldn't bring into the room to do what you feel like right there. And I guarantee you, the world will be the path you door.
All right, man.
Do what you feel in your heart.
Thank you, man.
Because don't let non-musical people make musical decisions for you.
Amen.
Amen.
Am I still on the show?
Absolutely.
Okay, guys in the band, you just got fired on this one. I'm going to do Austin here, and before I do it, I want to just thank the songwriters who, if they're watching this tape one day, for giving me a career, and Mr. Bobby Braddock, who took me under his wing and got me a record deal and just got this whole thing started for me. I got a lot of people that I owe big time in this town, and I'm never going to forget it. She left without leaving a number. Said she needed to clear her mind. He figured she'd gone back to Austin, 'cause she talked about it all the time. It was almost a year before she called him up. 3 rings and an answering machine is what she got. If you're calling about the car, I sold it. If this is Tuesday night, I'm bowling. If you got something to sell, you're wasting your time. I'm not buying. If it's anybody else, wait for the tone. You know what to do. And P.S. if this is Austin, I still love The telephone fell to the counter. She heard, but she couldn't believe her. What kind of man would hang on that long? What kind of love that must be? She waited 3 days and then she tried again. She didn't know what she'd say, but she heard 3 rings and then, if it's Friday night, I'm at the ball game, and first thing Saturday, if it don't rain, I'm headed out to the lake, and I'll be gone all weekend long. But I'll call you back when I get home on Sunday afternoon. And P.S. if this is Austin, I still love you, yeah. Well, this time she left her number, but not another word, no. Then she waited by the phone on Sunday evening, and this is what he heard. If you're calling about my heart, it's still yours. I should've listened to it a little more, then it wouldn't have taken me so long to know where I belong. And by the way, boy, this is no machine you're talking to, yeah. Can't you tell this is Austin? And I still love you. I still love you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. So good. That's great, Blake.